Horseback riding goes back centuries, from times of war to pleasure and competition riding to therapeutic riding.
In Sussex County, there's a riding school with a history that starts nearly 50 years ago with a gift from a man to his wife, and that's where we find Jimmy.
Well, Brian, Lisa, it is an absolutely gorgeous day out here for a horseback ride. Of course, the more you think about it, I don't know if there really is a bad day to go horseback riding. Anyway, we're at Singletree Stables in Seaford, and here with me is Molly Esterson. Thanks so much for having us out today. It is beautiful out here.
It's gorgeous.
Tell me a little bit about Singletree Stables. This started as a family business, didn't it?
Yes, it did. My dad purchased a horse for my mom. One horse led to 3 horses, and with the expense of boarding, they thought it was time to find some property.
Yeah.
And this is it. It's a lot of work, but we greatly enjoy being out here.
So now you've got an indoor ring.
Yes, we do have the indoor ring. It's been a lifesaver in many ways, especially where we can offer horseback riding all year round with it.
So how did it come about that you were teaching horseback riding? How did that happen?
Well, really, I was out to be a vet. And then my junior year, I changed it, and I thought I would be a teacher at the schools, but still changed my mind. And the third was the horseback riding.
Yeah.
So then I went to Meredith Manor International School of Horsemanship and came back to Seaford, and Mom passed the lesson program on to me.
And you actually had some friends that wanted to learn to ride too?
That's how it all got started, was a friend from Bridgeville wanting to ride, and then it just snowballed from there all the way up to the adults that were bringing them out. Showed an interest in the horses and wanted Mom to give them instruction.
So now there's different styles of riding.
There is.
You got some saddles over here.
Yes.
You take this, you take this. Come over here and show me some of these saddles, because I'm curious about this. This one, this is what I would expect to see in a good old cowboy movie.
This is the Western style. It's the most popular style. People feel like they have a lot underneath them with this style.
Now this one is a lot lighter.
This one a lot of people call the peanut shell, but it's actually the English style, English saddle. It requires much more balance. It's much more disciplined than the Western. It's great for exercise. You get a closer feel for your horse.
Well, this one's even lighter than that one.
This is the flat saddle. This is the saddle seat, and you see this on the Tennessee walking horses use this style of riding. The Arabians use this saddle, and the Morgans use this flat saddle, the saddle seat.
And you've got a couple more over here I am completely unfamiliar with. What are these?
These are side saddles. This is a Western side saddle, and that is the English side saddle. It's a very old art of riding, and it's a ladies' sport.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now there's so many things. There are a lot of benefits that come from horseback riding. Tell me about some of them.
There's many benefits for the youth as well as the adults. There's the physical activity. It teaches you patience, compassion. It teaches one discipline, to stay focused,
right.
The process. It helps with their studies. So.
Now you were telling me that you ran into somebody the other day that expressed so much appreciation because their daughter had. Tell me about that.
Correct. A lot of times when I'm at various stores, people will stop me and say, I want to thank you so much for offering the horseback riding to my daughter or son, because it taught them, it gave them a lot of confidence. They made a lot of new friends. Their grades had improved also after working with these animals. Just
learning all the stuff that you teach here at Singletree Stables.
Correct.
Now you've got some camps coming up. Tell me about those camps.
The camps, registration opens March 1st of each year. We have 2 camps in June, 2 in July, and 2 in August. They're Monday through Friday, a 1-week session from 9 a.m. to 1.
What kind of things do you learn?
For example, Camp 1, they learn how to handle the horse safely on the ground. They learn the horse's body language. Horses in a herd communicate through body language. And when a student opens a stall door, that horse can figure out if that student is a beginner or an experienced rider.
They can tell.
They can tell.
They can sense.
Right
they know.
off. Yes.
All right, now who's this guy coming up here?
This is Mickey on Mr. Bones.
Yeah. All right. So Mickey, I understand you are a third-time come-around camper. Is that right?
Yes, I am.
Why?
Why? Because I really enjoy the horses. Camp really gives me the opportunity to spend a little extra time honing my skills and also learning some new stuff. This is really great. I just so enjoy it so much.
What's impressed you the most about Molly and
Oh,
Singletree?
I think right off the bat, the very first thing was her emphasis on safety of the rider and safety of the horses. And then with that, she's a terrific instructor. She can teach me to ride. She can teach anybody to ride.
Now, and you've taught a lot of people. What kind of age range do you have?
Right now, the students range from 4 to 93.
93 years.
That's not me.
That's not you. That's
No,
not okay. I just wanted to make sure here. And this has actually caused you to get off in another venture.
Yes, it did. Because I've developed such a love for horses, I now volunteer for the Delaware Therapeutic Horseback Riding, where we work with handicapped people, getting more horses.
And it started
boy, is that a rewarding experience. And it all started here with just me
Involvement
learning
here.
that.
Mickey, thank you so much.
Thank
We
you.
got the camps coming up, and you've got to pre-register for those camps.
Yes.
So we'll get you that phone number. It's also, the website's also available at delmarvalife.com. Brian, Lisa, you go about what you're doing. We're going to see if we can find me a horse that my feet don't drag. You got one, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay, good.
Oh, it looks like fun.
Wonder if he found one. You know, Jimmy said one thing he noticed was Molly's tendency to avoid bragging about herself, even though she has many riding certifications.
Yeah, and here's the information for the riding camps. Jump camp is June 18th through the 22nd. Beginner camps are June 25th through the 29th, July 23rd through to the 27th, and August 13th through August 17th. Intermediate camp is July 9th through the 13th, and beginner 2 camp is August 6th through the 10th. And if you'd like to register for the camp, call the number on your screen, 302-629-4971.
All right, a lot of good information. And if you missed any of those dates or need directions on how to get to Singletree Stables in Seaford, go to delmarvalife.com and just click on the show tab. Well, still to come here on Delmarva Life, it's my big moment. I make my acting debut on a murder mystery cruise.
Oh, I can't wait to see this. Brian was the victim. How did he do? Did the audience want an encore, or did they want him to be taken out? Stay tuned to find out.
I'm always the victim.
Oh, look at that hat.